drinking since last night. And they want to go back out again because apparently when you're drunk, it makes the spirits like easier to contact you because your inhibitions are lower and you're more vulnerable. I don't know about this, guys.
Quarantine's turning me into a bit of a Edgar Allan Poe. Quoth the bitches. Nevermore. Straight as an arrow, we're gonna go get to the bottom of this. So still as the water on the river. In layman's terms, when was this church built?
This was built in 1825. Just as all the fucking people got here in Australia.
1825,
Yeah,
wow.
definitely.
That's old. That's old as fuck.
Yeah. So basically, this is where she was consecrated.
Madame Lachey for...
Madame Lachey was buried here.
Sure.
Thing is, Madame Lachey was Jewish by reason. She was buried.
She was buried Christian. She was
buried in the
She
Catholic
was born
Church.
Jewish and buried Christian. Now that, would you think that would lead to her civil unrest as a ghost?
I mean, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, perhaps.
I mean, mostly, actually.
Okay.
That's
It's all coming
really
together.
the
It's coming together at this point. It's all coming together.
That's really the reason why she's so fucking upset. Like, one of several reasons, really.
Right.
Apart from the fact that she couldn't get her suitor, if you know what
Get
I'm
her
talking
suitor.
about.
So now, by her suitor, we're still talking about the king of Australia.
There's no king of Australia.
But the original king of Australia. I know there isn't anymore, but we're talking the original king of Australia. She couldn't quite get him, and now she's a starfucker, right? She was a little bit of a hornier person before she went downtown, right? Before she went under, she was there was a Badusi history, correct?
Definitely.
Yeah, I thought
Massive Badusi.
Okay. This is all checking out on my end. Right, nice little gypsy girl.
Got brought into fucking Ireland, and then all of a sudden she got brought to Australia during the whole fucking...
As the night dragged on, I couldn't stop Mr. David Locker from blathering on, but as we drifted seemingly in and out of consciousness, there was an energy or some sort of aura that was continually enveloping us in its halo of despite and just raw energy that was just dragging us down further and further towards the gates of hell.
Damn, she's looking more like a desert queen every minute. I'll tap into her oasis, baby. So how did they used to party back in the 1823 of Australia?
Basically,
Back when she was fresh off the boat, what are we talking here?
Well, fresh off the boat, the only thing they had was seawater and it was fucking molasses, and they put both of them together. And they turned into this little swiggy fucking boo, which we call Willimaloo sauce.
Willimaloo sauce,
yeah,
Jesus
specifically,
Christ.
No, specifically to Sydney. It's. Do you want a tip? I mean,
specific to Sydney. I'll give it a taste.
I mean, Corona.
Can you back up? Can you back up for a second?
I'm
You
fine.
dig 6 feet back, and then I'll take a sip.
Sure.
Okay.
Why the fuck not?
Makes a lot more sense now.
At this point, the EVPs began pouring in, showering us in messages of warning. You know, that's exactly why Sarlacs fucking hate historical revisionism. I found myself blacking out for longer and longer periods of time, not quite remembering events or conversations I had. Words continued to pour out of my mouth. It was clear that the only logical explanation is that the alcohol was wearing off and the ghost was finding its way inside of me and trying to take control.
Well, did this ghost drink piss? Did she ever resort to said?
Absolutely not. Definitely salt water and sulfur. Like that's
Right, okay.
Now what I want to show you is her fucking gravestone.
Are you gonna show me where she was laid to rest, so we can finally put her back to rest, because she's currently not at rest, because she's haunting my fucking place.
Well, I don't know how you plan to fucking really get outside of this. Like, what you need to do for her,
Look, brother,
specifically, is fuck her to death again.
Yeah, I mean, you seem like a nice girl. Hey, COVID, you got a slutty sister? One I can talk dirty to? What do you think, COVID? I'm ready to play the field, COVID. You got a slutty ghost sister? I mean, we can do an anchor bang, two ghosts on two at once. DVDA? You ever done some DVDA, COVID? You and your ghost sis? I have.
Lobo, I'm choosing to ignore that.
It's pretty hard to ignore DVDA, COVID.
Look, brother, whether or not I'm gonna throw her one is still to be decided, but she's haunting my fucking house. I wanna go to her fucking grave and tell her to shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Come on, live with me.
Alright. I'll limp with you. We're gonna find this fucking Badusi and I'm gonna shut her the fuck up so I can go to sleep finally and last out my next 5 or 6 days.
When two become one, butt to butt, two butts become one. Feel me? Oh, Baby Spice. Nobody likes Baby Spice.
What do you mean?
Nobody likes Baby Spice.
I was Baby Spice
fuck
all
Baby
the
Spice.
time.
Might see this big fucking little podium here.
Is this hers, the penis?
Well, we had to gate it off because it was so fucking bad for her lifetime that it was just so angry.
Is this where she ended up?
This is where she got fucking consecrated. We had to put a big penis-looking thing.
Elizabeth, is this you? Elizabeth, can you hear me? Elizabeth, can you?
Wait.
No, I didn't hear that. You hear that? Elizabeth, you trying to contact us?
At this point, we received an overwhelmingly clear EVP addressing the sound we heard in the graveyard.
Wait.
Elizabeth, are you currently haunting my apartment and not letting me get rest because you want to fuck me? Elizabeth, we understand. I understand if you want to sample the sauce, but
Let her know.
I'm available, and if I have to throw you one, I will, but can we make some kind of a deal?
Let her know. Give her more.
Can the wind blow and we'll make a deal?
Harder.
We'll make a deal that I will throw you one and you move on.
She needs to know more.
I need you to move on if I throw you one because we need some sleep over at Corona House.
No, you're a big man. You need to like really tell her. Tell her how big you are.
All right, Elizabeth. I'll give you the wolf bite if you move on. How's that sound? How's that
Tell her
sound?
more!
Then I'll see you this evening. And we'll get to work.
Was that just me?
And then right then, in the middle
feel that.
of our investigation, something unexplainable
Don't-
happened.
don't
Something
look
off
at
the
it.
charts.
Don't look at me.
Just as we came up with a plan,
Don't
Mr.
look at
David
me.
Locker felt something. Something was trying to enter him, no matter how much he
Don't
drank. So we
look at
played
me.
back the footage again on the X-ray ghost cam, and you can clearly see an orb floating around Mr. David Locker's head. An orb literally forcing Mr. David Locker away from the grave and out of the graveyard. We knew at this point there was only one thing left to be done.
Well, I'll see you around, buddy. I'm gonna go fuck a ghost.
Consent is very important, I think, in any relationship, or if you've had a one night stand. I haven't, but I feel like that should be okay. So Lobo is giving the ghost consent to enter him. I don't really know how that works. Like, does it go in him? And if so, like, where does it go in him? Like, Squish is like licking her butthole right now. Maybe the ghost goes like up his butt. Also, he's way more experienced than me. Like, he's probably done butt stuff. I don't know how that works. What's it called? The perineum? Perineum? Like the bit between the bits? It actually really just grosses me out, to be honest. You know what? I bet Cooch and Pooch has done a ton of butt stuff. She'd fucking love it.
So, I'm gonna go ahead. Lights are going out. I'm giving consent. Let's fuck, Ghost.
I used to purr. I spent some time in Singapore. Yeah, believe it or not, I knew a woman named Squishy Burrito. Oh, you're much more beautiful. I can assure you of that. Oh, I know. You saucy Squish. Oh my goodness. Can we get some belly? Oh, some bites. Get some bellies. Can we get some bellies? Oh, oh my. Jesus.